I don't ever manage to do my poetry because I get really nervous and I get like heart attack type feelings.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Okay. Go!
And everything's going to be out of sync and I need my glasses on. This one is from 1999. As I say, I don't do them very often. Rounday Road Tesco's, 100 Piccadilly Plain, that's its name. Queuing up for Mars cinema-aged cigarettes and hope in the form of a lottery ticket. And her behind says hi to her mate, and her in front comments on the state of play on her face. Gone for a wicket, the boyfriend's fist paid the ticket. He beat me up in front of my son. She says, I know I've had one, like that. I wonder, son beating or man, some Dave, Peter, John or Sam. Out of my peripheral I catch her eye, or rather, it catches mine. And I think with a shudder of another time, for the others I'd fallen down the stairs, needed saving but knew no prayers. For the dying and the battered wives who trawl Armageddon on their arm, taking the troubled blood bubbles and strife that burns from the fags and the slosh of the knife. Oh, but he loves me, he came back in tears. If he loved you really, he'd not beat you, my dear. And that's one. And these are the slides that go with it, but unfortunately it's really, really difficult to sync this sort of thing, so I knew I'd blown it, really. So there's a black eye, you know, it would have been nice if that was at the black eye time, but that's just life, and I thought I'd just kind of come and face the demons, and here you all are. Now my next one, I wrote, and the Merrion Centre Cafe, which is in Leeds in the Merrion Centre. It's up on the balcony, and this was written in 1999 as well, at 8:40 AM. Waiting with endurance for insurance outlet opening. You know, this is before you could do it all online. Café Noir, where laminate and wood chip have oh so unclassically given up the ghost of super fresco and wood graining roller as seen on TV. She tropes to the rhythm of the griddle, rollers freshly out, tobacco veneered lackluster pearls, and a friendly, there you go love, a voice that coax like Amaldighton sand, burgundy buffets long since dead, wink occasionally from the swinging door, behind which a nation's grease smears unpatriotically, heralding bacon and egg, from above the Morrison's carriers and the photo Betty Boothroyds. Order, order, order in the cafe, 30 years balcony dwelling, newly renegotiated for the millennium, dragged kicking and screaming into the 80s, sod the 90s, oozing chrome-type-esque and beveled mirror. Deride the change and ride with it, and conclude, cheap milky coffee and a slurry of butter nestling fat, like a coronary or depression it lays heavy, but feeling comfortably familiar. I'm slopped on mock-style chair, watching moulded quiffs of thinning hair, an old couple who flirted with rock and roll. Yeah, and the stench of fat hangs well with this caterer's daughter. Now these are pictures of, you know, things my parents did. In fact, that's my dad there. So yeah, they're all like catering related. Now I've got another one because I knew things were going to go terribly wrong in the timing, but these are canteens, and that was a canteen on a power station where my parents worked once upon a time. Now this one is, funnily enough, it's funny with what you were just talking about. It's called I'm More Northern Than You Are. I learnt to talk in Kirby, so get a grip, that's it. I must be harder and more gritty if I'd learned my accent in that L-shaped city. I'm more northern than you are. Honest, my dad was born in a Burley back-to-back. I like, ooh, who is it? This and that. Oh no, I'm more underground than that. It's not a London thing. I'm more northern than you are. Pouring identity, tea and toast and paracetamols, pleased to meet and seat and greet you all. Here's my allotment, my pipe and my sharpened scythe. I'll do you a cutting of my troubles and strife. Like Titchmarsh, I'm more northern than you are. Here's to privilege in its slowly twang. Turn your nose away from the slurry. Some accents they sing, like Murray's from Surrey, as north as you like, with Chigwell money in sight. I'm more northern than you are. When Maggie seamed up the future, sorry, I've buggered up, I'll go back. When Maggie seamed up the suture that spelt out my future with cheap coal from the poles, chopped out my soul, the black stuff turned to brown. Now I'm long-term dull, checks out, I prefer my snout better than my daughter's smile. I'm more northern than you are. I've got an Irish mother, surely that's extra northern points, and points make prizes in ranting nationalist guises. I'm more northern than you are, and I'm hanging up my hobnail boots and I'm going to buy some gimme shoes. You know,